Alright, we got two videos today. This one's going to be about when you get punched in the mouth, you know, trading wise, not real life, but trading wise. When you feel like you are just down and out and you've tried everything, and that's kind of how I feel right now. So you have to go back to the basics. You have to go back to your rules. Are you following your rules? Are you following your strategies? And that sort of thing. And for me, I noticed that I was trading outside of my time, my 45-minute window, which is 7:30 to 8:15 a lot. I was taking a lot of bad setups, and by the time that my 7:30 8:15 got here, I'd already either blown up or was on tilt and needed to get off of trading. So what we have to do as traders is we have to have a game plan, and we have to execute that game plan. And when you get to feeling a little too good, a little too cocky, a little too arrogant, a little too thinking this is too easy, that's when you're going to get smacked in the mouth. And that's what happened to me. Exactly. I was running up accounts, making some money, doing good, and then just all my rules went out the window. And I've been preaching and preaching about being disciplined, about being stoic, about doing what you say you're going to do, etc. And I have done that in my personal life, as far as going to the gym, eating cleaner. I'm losing some weight. I'm spending a little more time with the family, Bible study, things of that nature. But trading, I'm not doing what I need to do. And for me, I was treating it more like a hobby, and you can't do that, or you're going to get results that reflect that. And in trading, you have to stick to your plan. You have to stick to your data. You have to stick to what works, because this isn't a hobby. You have to treat this like a business and have a business mind approach, saying, okay, from 7:30 to 8:15, this is my edge. These are my tools, and this is how I'm going to execute. And if it don't work, I may execute the fail flip option to try to get out of drawdown and maybe a little in the profit, then we're cutting it off, rinse and repeat. And that's what I've been failing to do. I've been trading on my phone, like with the combines, full porting them, taking trades that I shouldn't be trading during times that I shouldn't be, and it's cost me a lot of money. This is the first month that I thought that I was in the negative. I actually was up right at 1%. I bought a combine to make it 1%. But this is something that is a it's a mental game. There's not much physical to it. We're just pressing buttons. But when it's the barrier to entry is so low, you just feel like anytime the market's open, you can trade. And in essence, that's true. But we have to stick to our data and our game plan, and it shows that, hey, during this time, on these days, if I do this, more times than not, I'm going to be profitable. And that's what I've got to start sticking to. I'm trying to rush things. As a man taking care of a family, I'm sure you can relate that you just want to be successful. You want to get all these prop firm accounts. You want to scale them. You want to take these payouts. You want to take the money and show your family that all your hard work's paid off, and give them the things that they deserve. And in order for us to do that, we're going to have to slow down, realize, it's not a sprint. It's not it's more of a marathon than it is a short-term type deal. And if we stick to our plan, that over the long haul, we will make money. And that's the hardest lesson that I've had to learn, is not trying to rush, trying to treat every trading day or trading week like it's the last, over leveraging, over trading. And when you look back on it, it's just silly, it's embarrassing. And that's something I think every trader is going to go through. But the learning curve there is to recognize the bad behavior, the repeated offenses, so to speak, and to make a game plan to change and not do it, and to grow from it, and try to make your strengths even stronger, and try to make your weaknesses into a superpower. But you have to acknowledge your weaknesses. You can't just keep dismissing them, like, okay, well, I just do better, let me just not journal that, or or things of that nature. So we have to be super aware of our tendencies, our mindset, and how we, approach the markets. And if we're not, it's going to humble us real quick, just like it did me this month. I should be having 5 accounts with 30 green days is my ultimate goal, is to show that I'm consistent and I'm worthy. I'm not really showing a week or two is not, to me, is nothing. Anybody can do that. So I've got to step up my game. I got to be more consistent, and to do that, I have to stick to my plan and execute at a very high level. And that's what I plan to do. And I hope to be sharing that with you through the month of July and August. That I've got these same 5 accounts, which I've just got 2, working on a third right now. But getting a payout on those 2, using the profits to get the other 3 connected, and to trade those, and to have 30, 35, 40 green days, and be able to come, live with that company before I move on, to the next. It's the goal. But in order to do that, I have to quit treating this like a hobby. The gambler has to go. I have to quit doing things that are not in line with being a professional. And, that's the challenge that I ask for me, and I ask for you, is to look yourself in the mirror. What you keep doing that's screwing yourself up, and what are you going to do about it? Because your family, your bloodline depends on it. If you're like me, nobody in my family has made a lot of money. Yeah, they've worked hard, and they've done the things for their family and sacrificed, and they've done the very best that they could. But I'm talking about, do you want to change your situation, your kid's life, your kid's life? You can do that with this, but in order to do that, we have to humble ourselves and realize what we're doing wrong, and we have to make a plan to not to do those again, and to do better. And that's what I plan to do, and I hope to share it with you, and hopefully this helps. If this just helps one person, that's really all I care. So God bless you, and good luck trading.